Right, welcome everybody. Good evening. First of 4 installments tonight. We've got Cameron Vuong against Gavin Gwynne first up on the Sonny Edwards and Galal Yafai card. I've got Liam and Jay with me as always. Looking forward to this, boys.
Yeah, man. Excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. It's a big step up for Vuong in only his 7th professional fight, and it's what's left of Gavin Gwynne. He's obviously been absolutely iced by Mark Chamberlain out in Saudi in March this year. Is he just falling the other side of the hill, or does he still have something left to give? I mean, he's a former British Commonwealth European champion, so he's no mug, is he? But has he still got it left to compete, or is Cameron Vuong just going to make another step towards bigger and better challenges in 2025?
Well, they've picked this matchup for a reason, I think, in my eyes. Big up, Derek. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well, my friend. There's some good crack with Derek last night, myself and Jay with the PFL. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the fight. Derek's been a good card so far. Yeah, I think they've picked this matchup for Vuong on the basis of Gwynne being over the hill. To be honest with you,
decent name on his record. If he gets a win, and
that's it,
and looks good doing it,
it's a huge name on his record, isn't it? Gwynne was a European champion as recently as September last year, wasn't he? So it looks fantastic if he can get it. So yeah, look, everyone's been excited by Cameron Vuong. Jordan Flynn fight has fallen off 8,700 times. You know, we're all past that now. We want to see him move on, see what he can do. So yeah, look, if he does this tonight, then we want to see him maybe negating past British level, moving straight towards European level in 2025. That's the kind of ceiling we're talking about with the prospect that is Cameron Vuong here, isn't it, lads?
Yeah, man.
They say he's as good as that. So why hold him back? Why keep the reins on then? If he's as good as what Sam Jones and Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis and them will have you believe, then tonight should be a stepping stone. It should be an easy night's work for him then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I'm not saying that. If he's as good as what they say, and there's no reason for us not to believe that they know this stuff. But also, Gary Lockett's no mug. He's brought Gavin Gwynne here to win. He hasn't brought him here to, I think he's brought him over here to.
You wouldn't want to bump into Gavin Gwynne, would you? After a few scoops down the pub.
Say again.
You wouldn't want to bump into Gavin Gwynne, would you? After a few scoops down the pub.
Absolutely not.
He is one mean-looking fella.
If Team Vuong are taking Gavin Gwynne... Yeah. Go on, mate. Sorry. Go on, Joe.
I'm just saying he's only lost 3 fights. It's not as though he's a journeyman.
And that was my point. If Team Vuong are taking Gwynne's loss in March this year as he's completely over the hill, then they could be in for a rude awakening here. There's no real signs that he's on the other side of the hill, is there? He just got caught cold over 3 or 4 rounds, I think it was maximum, by Mark Chamberlain. That's not a sign that any fighter's done. Any fighter can get caught cold on any given night, can't they?
Yeah,
Mark Chamberlain, on his nights world level.
Yeah, Mark Chamberlain's
certainly a good European level fighter.
I'm looking forward to this because we've got 4 really solid fights on paper here. It's not just a main event that we had last week and stuff like that. It's been a while since we've had the Willem Smith card, but we didn't sit down for that one. So we've got 4 really solid, and they're not well-known names outside of the UK or anything like that. But we know as UK boxing fans that these 4 fights are going to be well worth a watch.
Definitely.
This is the best matchroom card of 2024. You've had to wait till the last day of November for it, but we finally got one.
Yeah, I don't think that's incorrect at all. I think we're bang on there. Right then. Any predictions, boys? I think Vuong on decision.
I think Vuong wide points.
I'm going Gwynne, TKO.
Love it. JFT's here.
See how good Vuong is.
Yes, mate, it's a massive test. A lot of people haven't questioned how cute he looks as a boxer, but whether he's got any power to carry it this way. And Gavin Gwynne's the type of fighter you're going to need to land a bit of power against. Otherwise, he's going to come forward and walk you down all night, isn't he?
Yeah, Vuong looks like he's found his range straight away.
Yeah, I said that about Vuong though, didn't I, before? That I don't think he's got the power, but again,
Okay,
he
could
He
just
doesn't
be.
necessarily need it though. If he's got good enough skill set and he can take a shot, you don't have to have, the likes. I'm not saying he's like this, but Mayweather, Calzaghe, neither of them were concussive punches. Or I mean, Joe Calzaghe and Mayweather both had, countless problems with their hands and brittle bones and stuff. So if you can maximise what you've got in terms of going backwards, your footwork and your speed and stuff, he might get away with it. It's just, let's see how he holds a proper shot. And I think Gwynne will test him tonight.
Yeah.
It's the same point I made earlier in the week on my show, mate. It's the test will be tonight if he can take a proper shot. But if he's got the boxing talent, it doesn't matter where his power's at. If he can outbox someone for 10 rounds, then the power is kind of secondary, isn't it? It's just what is his skill set? What level is he at?
It looks very fast.
Yeah, I think I might retract that Gwynne stoppage at some stage.
What's your prediction, mate, or are you going to stick with it?
No, I'll stick with it. I mean, I've bet on Vuong by TKO, but you know me, I'll always go against the grain. I like an outsider, but I think by the start with Vuong's too quick for him, way too quick.
Yes, it's an efficient start. He's not wasting any energy, is he? He's sort of lands in his punches early without exerting too much energy and effort too early this stage of the fight.
Yeah, it looks very sharp.
Lovely 1-2 there from Vuong with about 40 seconds left to round number one. Like we've all said, he seems to be settled into his rhythm
quickly. Put a lot into
that
though. He really done it hard because he threw that with all his might. You could see him tensing up, gritting his teeth. He's throwing with a lot. So he needs to be very careful. Showboating now.
Question for you here, Jay. He's a 22-year-old fighter. So is there still an argument he's growing into his power and his full strength? Or if you don't have it at this point, you don't have it full stop?
I mean, 22, scientifically they say that, we're not fully developed till we're 25. But I think by 22, he's pretty much there, isn't he? In terms of...
Yeah, look, man, I agree. Like, obviously, you probably a more qualified opinion than me, but I haven't watched boxing as long as I've watched it. I would say that power's a God-given thing a lot of the time as well, man. You rarely see a fighter.
Really.
It is, yeah. You rarely see a fighter that can't bang on their way up. All of a sudden become, Callum Smith actually on his way up wasn't getting many knockouts, and all of a sudden he was banging people out. So it can happen, but it's pretty rare that you see a boxer that, especially in the lighter weights, that just randomly starts knocking people out overnight.
Yeah, I mean,
no, you can punch different. I mean, you can turn your shots over, can't you, and plant your feet maybe, put your weight on your heels, and there's things you can do and techniques you can teach and learn. But I think, as you say, ultimately, you've either got a knockout punch or you haven't really. But there's also technique and unseen punches, so there's a lot goes into it. But yeah, I think he's definitely not a concussive puncher, but he'll get stoppages by hitting people at cute angles, and he likes his uppercuts that are unseen and stuff like that. So I expect him to get plenty of stoppages. Similar to the guy that's in his corner, Jack Cattrall. He's not really a concussive puncher, but it's hard enough to cause problems, and he's world class in his technique.
Yeah, man, definitely.
It's accumulation,
Manky
isn't
Crazy's in the building. Big up, Manky. Sorry, Liam. Big up, Manky Crazy. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, Liam. Go on, mate.
I was going to say, Cameron already looks like an accumulation fighter. He's going to wear a fighter down and break them down in later rounds, rather than having that stone cold punch power over one punch, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. My issue with Vuong is, and when I watched him in that Wembley midweek card as well, it was like 8 rounds, rinse and repeat. Like it's. I've got a feeling it's going to be 10 rounds, rinse and repeat here.
Same as Jack Cattrall, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly that, Jay. Yeah, exactly that. Manky Crazy said Gwynne was worried a small fighter would target his eye.
He's got a lot of scar tissue, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, Gavin Gwynne is a typical British fighter warrior that comes forward, leaves it all in the ring. If he gets cut, it doesn't affect him. He keeps rolling forward. Vuong is the new school of fighter. They're a bit sexier. They're a bit cuter. They do things differently. This is new school versus old school, isn't it? Which style kind of gels better on the night, if that makes sense?
Yeah, Gwynne looks very
I couldn't agree more. Other than calling a 22-year-old boy sexy, it's not something
you had to go there, mate, didn't you? It's early in the night.
We know what you mean, mate. We know what you mean.
Yeah, how slow does Gwynne look at the minute, though? Just pondering forward.
He does, but if you look, he don't seem to be that bothered about standing in pocket. He's taking a lot of them on bridge of his nose and his forehead, and he don't seem bothered. So I'm wondering if there's a tactic of following him and just constantly pressuring him and just seeing if he really can. I know he can box rounds, but can he box rounds when he's really having to work?
Yeah.
It's a lot of forward movement to put pressure on. And then when Vuong's getting his shots off going backwards, so he's not taking these punches full frontal, if that makes sense.
Gwynne's just tried to shake his right arm off as well. I don't know if he's feeling something on that there. I've seen him do it twice now. Keep shaking it. Well, don't keep doing it, but I've seen him do it twice where he's shaking his right arm off.
Could be a trademark of Gwynne. I don't know if anyone else in the comments is more familiar with him. If some fighters shake their arms off, don't they, during fights? It could just be a trademark move for him.
Possibly, but
cozy in the front row. Liam.
Vuong's in a fight now because he's starting to get caught with stuff. When he's moving his head, as the round's progressing, he's getting caught with stuff that he wasn't getting caught. Not hard, but he's getting touched.
Yeah, Gwynne's right in his face in the second round. To be fair, he's walking. He walked forward, and
the showboating's not working because it's not as though he's battering him. He's won both rounds for me, but Gwynne made that second round a heck of a lot closer.
That was an interesting round from Gwynne. It was a psychological round. He wasn't throwing a lot of punches, but he was kind of posturing and throwing himself forward to make Cameron Vuong think without doing a lot, if that makes sense. So Vuong probably still won the rounds, but Gwynne was a lot more in his face, a lot more active than we saw through the first 3 minutes.
Mr. Jabbit Boxing, how are you, my friend? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you,
mate.
Good to see you, mate. Nice to see you all, lads. Unable to watch the fight. How far in are we? First off, mate, hope you're well. Good to hear from you. We're just entering the third round in this one now, mate. 2-0 to Vuong so far, but Gavin Gwynne's, he's asking him a couple of questions. Nothing too much, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, hope you're well, Jabbit. Good to see you, my man.
It's the classic young up and coming fighter against the fighter that's been there and done it so far, isn't it? It's kind of how if you had a blueprint for this fight, it's what we've seen so far, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Nice shots. Short hook on the inside from Vuong there.
Great
Didn't have an
uppercut,
effect
Vuong
on
just
Gwynne,
fought
but it was
there.
enough to check his momentum.
Yeah, lovely shot. Vuong started this third round nicely.
He didn't have an extensive amateur career, Vuong, did he? I mean, you boys might tell me I'm wrong here, but he only had 20, 30 fights, didn't he, as an amateur? He turned over quite quickly. He didn't go for any world championships or anything, did he?
No, I'd never heard of him in the AMs or anything, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, he's been a pro a couple of years now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's already had surgery on one of his hands, hasn't he, Vuong? Which doesn't bode well as a fighter. If this is only your 7th fight, and you've already had hand surgery, so.
Well, I'm going to say, lads, there's going to be an upset in one of these 4 fights tonight. There's 4 decent enough favourites. Vuong, Conway,
Lewis Ritson,
Conor Walker, and Sonny are the favourites. Ritson, is he the upset?
I called Ritson initially. I didn't go for it in my prediction show, but when we first spoke about this card on No Punches Pulled, I went with Ritson as my upset for this card.
That's
just thinking
my upset. I know I picked Gwynne to win by stoppage, but that's not an upset for me.
What's that, sorry?
If Gwynne stops Vuong, that's not an upset for me.
I don't think this is an upset, mate. I think this will be seen as a fight taken too soon by Vuong. They've tried to push a prospect too quickly with narrative.
Boys, I honestly think that Conor Walker is the heaviest favourite on the fights that we've just mentioned. Honestly, I do. Yeah. I think the way he fought against Crocker last time out was a great performance. He's so tough. Ritson won't stop him. And I find it hard to believe how Ritson can beat him over the rounds as well. So that, for me, would be the biggest upset. If
that's
Ritson
why I've gone with it. I think Lewis Ritson's heavily outgunned in this fight. So if they come off with a victory, then
Ritson is 10-1 to win by decision, 12-1 by stoppage. So there you go. He's a rank outsider in that fight.
If Lewis Crocker couldn't get him out of there, then I can't see how Lewis Ritson does. Good,
that's
thank you.
Exactly my thoughts. jab it. That's what I'm thinking. That's Gwynne's best way of winning is trying to tire him out and seeing how good he is down the stretch.
Yeah, 100% jabs. I agree with that. Yeah, let's see how Vuong looks because he's probably not done 10 rounds before, has he? I would say
it's his first 10 rounder, and when he's gone 6 rounds before, he's had it all his own way. It's been one-sided already. Here, as we're coming towards the end of the third, he's probably answering more punches and having to deal with more than he has done through his career so far. So it's already a test, isn't it?
Yeah, he's won all 3 rounds so far, but you know we've got 7 left.
Yeah, Gwynne's starting to get closer though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, mate. As we're looking at Galal Yafai arriving in the arena as we get ready for this main event later on, look, this fight is probably going the way you'd expect it so far, but Gavin Gwynne is a very, very live dog, and it would take Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis. They're not going to write him off at all. They'll have Cameron prepared for 10 rounds. So if he sticks to a game plan, he wins this. But you've only got to switch off for a second. And if he switches off for a second, then that could be all it takes.
How many knockouts does Gwynne have?
I'll have a look now.
Because he doesn't look like a big puncher in here, but I know he beat Sean McComb. Sean McComb is a good fighter, man. I'm telling you. He beat Arnold Barboza when they fought. He definitely beat him, but he got jobbed on the cards. Gwynn's not a mug at all, man. Like, so this would be a really good win for Vuong. Gavin
Gwynne's got 5 knockouts from 17 wins.
Okay, so he's not a big puncher. He's landing a few here on Vuong though in the fourth.
Vuong's not making it hard to hit him though, is he? He's sort of giving the punches to
straight lines. Look,
yeah.
For how flashy he is and how slick he is, he does everything straight backwards and forwards. If you watch, look, he don't. As I say that, he'll pivot off at an angle.
But if this is a rough and tough fight on the inside, then it goes towards Cameron Vuong. But Gavin Gwynne is now cut and bleeding below his left eye, which I think has come from a head clash, the ref has just said. So that can now make a difference to the rest of this fight. That looks quite a severe cut below his eye.
That looks a bad one, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Has he got one on the centre of his forehead as well? He's got 2.
Yeah. The last thing we need is a cut because I want to see Vuong tested in the later rounds because it's going to suit Gwynne. He's done the distance so many times in his career. It's going to favour him the longer it goes.
If you notice, when Gwynne's unloading, he's just tapping him. I'm telling you now, he's saving his energy to round 6, 7. If he gets that far, he's not really throwing hard. Watch.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right. He's just throwing arm punches, Jay.
Yeah,
and then
he's just tapping.
Yeah.
Look there. See, just little. He's not trying to hurt him there. He's just catching him, but he's catching him now.
He is catching him. He's catching him with regularity at the moment.
He's been catching him since the first round.
That cut stopped bleeding as well. So that cut's all right. It stopped bleeding.
He's pouring it a little bit. I don't know whether it's his nose or something.
No, it looks like it's 2, mate. It looks like it's 1 below his eye and 1 on his forehead. But neither of them look like they're giving him too much trouble at the moment, do they?
No.
Tell you what, he's doing well this round.
Yeah, this is a good round.
Good shots in the inside from Gavin Gwynne, and he's still unloading. Sorry, lads. He's landed 3 or 4 there against the ropes on Vuong. Again, he's not throwing them at 100%.
Vuong's sitting on the ropes here. This is good work by Gavin Gwynne.
He's winning this round for me.
Yeah,
he's definitely winning the round, yeah, for sure. Got 10 of you with us at the moment, guys. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Much appreciated.
Good round from Gavin Gwynne.
Oh, man, Jabs, appreciate it, mate. Up the Welsh. Up the Welsh. Come on, Gwynne.
My grandson's half Welsh.
I tell you what, lads, considering these cuts happened within the first 45 seconds of that round, Gavin Gwynne done incredibly well there. It could have easily gone into his shell, but he's boxed well and won the round, hasn't he?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, won that round for me, and Vuong's starting to look tired. Not alarmingly so, but you can definitely see he's slowing down.
There's signs that footwork's half a step off, isn't it? And all it takes is being half a step for it to make a drastic effect.
I've got it 39-37.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, mate.
Yeah. 3-1, yeah. Thanks to the person who just subscribed that's watching. Much appreciated. Can't see who it is, but
cheers, Jabbit.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, great to see you, Jabbit boxing. Hopefully the Welsh can get the victory here.
But this is the fight, lads. We said in the week, didn't we, when we done a little preview on this, we wanted to see Vuong tested. We didn't necessarily want to see him steamroll Gwynne, and we didn't really learn anything. We want to know what he's got in him, and we're going to find out here, I think.
We should do, but what's this, round 5 of 10? So we're not even halfway through the fight yet, and Gwynne's starting to come on a little bit.
You'd expect it, though. It's a fighter that knows how to gauge championship distance and is in a fight against one that's never done it before. So you'd expect him to more naturally come on, if that makes sense.
Good shot there by Vuong. Good left hook.
Right. Tell you what, Gavin Gwynne is doing to script what I said he'd do at the minute. Whether he can maintain it and keep the pressure, the levels increasing. My grandson is truly blessed. He's half me. So, yeah. Half the English half.
Jay's ego doesn't need boosting on these lies, Jabbit. So if we can, just keep him in check, it's appreciated.
Merthyr Tydfil, Jabbit, beautiful play. I'm there next weekend.
Sorry, Jay. That was a beautiful uppercut by Vuong.
Yeah, but it's the only shot he's got, really, in this fight. He's caught him with it a few times, and Gwynne's not bothered.
No, Gwynne takes him and he's backing him onto the ropes.
Yeah. Gwynne's on the front foot. He's pushing Cameron Vuong back onto the ropes and making him have to fight off. It shouldn't be this way around, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Gwynne fancies this now,
He's always fancied it. I said in the week he should come into this fight with a massive chip on his shoulder, feeling like he's being disrespected. And that's how he's fighting.
He needs space, and Gavin Gwynne's not giving him it.
Yeah, he's drowning him. He is.
Look.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it, Derek, man. He's all over him at the minute. I'm enjoying this fight. It's good to watch.
Gwynne's having the better of this 5th round as well. If this last minute goes the same way as the first 2, it'll be 3-2 after 5, which is probably
I
not
was going to ask you something there, Jabbit, just while you're on. What do you do with the other 20 letters of the alphabet in Wales? Because I can't find them anywhere. All road signs are just G, Y, W, and D. Tell you what,
I really hope he's gone off the chat now, so you're just left in suspense.
Come on, Gwynne, Jabbit says. He's on fire, mate.
He's coming on strong here. He's landing at will. Cameron Vuong's head movement is almost non-existent.
Yeah, Vuong's unraveling.
Again, he's not bothered about it.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's 4 or 5 shots there just teeing off from Gwynne. They're not powerful shots, but they're doing enough to land and register.
Gwynne's on him here.
This showboating means shit. I'm in trouble here.
The showboating is a bad sign, definitely.
Another round for the Welshman. I've got it 48-47.
I love it. Give him a good stare as well at the end of the round. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Just let him know at the end of the round there, Gwynne.
Tell you what, my 25-1 on the draw's not looking bad at all so far.
No, it's not. Derek's on Gwynne KO. Good odds, man. God knows, I'm sure.
Charlie Edwards' brother has just arrived at the arena. If we have it, Charlie Edwards believing how this fight's going. Sonny's in the arena looking as confident as always.
Can I just say now, do not be surprised if something happens at the end of this main event and it ends up with Charlie and Sonny screaming at each other like WWE. Charlie's going to do something. I swear to God.
Have you seen the scripts, mate? Have you got the scripts?
No, I haven't seen it, but I can probably tell it. Charlie and Sonny have been trying to make a fight between themselves for about 5 years.
Before COVID, mate. They were trying to make that before COVID.
Because it's a sparring session, isn't it, really? They've sparred thousands and thousands of rounds. They might as well get paid for it. It'd sell. Yeah,
it'd be worse than the one on Netflix the other week. Gwynne again is all over him. Jay, I think you made a great point a minute ago about Gwynne not exerting too much energy. I think he's going to gonna steam on these, rounds 8, 9, 10.
I know. Sam stating the fucking obvious. I always make great statements, brother. Come on, that's what I do.
You're so modest with it as well, man. That's why we love you. You're so modest.
I'm
Yeah, but you didn't pick Nick Ball in round 10, did you, against Ronnie Rios?
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
I tell you what, Gwynne is putting it on him now. Anything that Vuong throws now is just bouncing up. Look, he's throwing with a lot more venom. Still not 100% though. Just catching him.
Yeah, Joe Cordina there in the crowd, is it?
Yeah, I reckon Cordina's there.
Is he working security to earn some money? Because fucking they're not paying him to fight.
Matchroom won't let him fight. Edward Yafai and Misfits tag team match coming soon. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, Jabs, to be fair. Yeah, it's a good...
That's 2026 plans. You're a year ahead, Jabbit, but we're all for it.
I think Charlie will talk more than Sonny if Sonny wins. I think that's...
he might not be allowed to, though, because he's not under Matchroom, is he? Eddie dropped him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's with Wasserman, isn't
he? Yeah.
Sonny said after the weigh-in yesterday, tomorrow night we put the friendship and respect aside and we go to war. It's not personal, it's business. So I don't think Sonny's going to give it all that if he does.
I don't either. Luca's in the house. Hope you're well, Luca. Can't get his DAZN working, mate. It's a cracking fight, man. We're all in agreement. It's 3-2 to Vuong after 5 at the halfway stage. But Gwynne's the one, who's come on. He's won the last 2 rounds for me. Coming on stronger, walking Vuong down. So it's in the balance, mate. It's a really good fight.
Again,
hopefully
Gavin Gwynne is walking down. Vuong is happy to move from side to side, go against the ropes. He's not looking to do anything too much to sort of, get some punches off. Gavin Gwynne is the one that's the aggressor here on the 6th, isn't he?
Yeah, 100% is.
And Jamie's right, that cut stopped bleeding quite quickly, so his eye's not going to be affected as it stands by the cut. So everything's kind of going Gavin's way so far.
Lads, if I drop out, I'll link back in on another device. I've pressed auto update on my software on my iPad, so you might.
No, you're all right, mate. Don't worry.
Gavin Gwynne round again for me. See how quick Vuong sat down then as well.
Yeah, Vong's not liking the pace. He's not liking the pace.
It's 3 apiece, lads. It's 3 apiece for me. 57 apiece.
57. We have got a fight.
You'd rather be Gary Lockett though, wouldn't you, at the minute, than Jamie Moore?
Yeah.
My only concern being Gary Lockett would be the cut. That would be my only concern is if that cut's going to hold out.
He's barely bleeding now though, Liam. If you look there, look.
Is the eye closing?
He's barely bleeding.
Is the eye closing?
His eye doesn't look the best, to be fair.
No, it doesn't, does it? Ah, shit.
That would be my only concern now. If I'm Gary Lockett, it would be that eye. How long is it going to stay open for? But Vuong's in all sorts of trouble. He doesn't seem to have the answers, does he?
It's not shut. Yeah.
It's just swollen. Doesn't look the best, but it'll be all right, I think.
It doesn't look the prettiest, but it's not. Yeah, it's not any major damage at the moment.
Jamie Moore and them need to get Vuong to do something different because he's letting this fight go.
Anyone that's got comms on for this fight, what's the talk in the corner from Jamie Moore between rounds? Is he telling Vuong to switch it up? Is he happy with what he's doing so far? Just give us lads a bit of an indication.
Have they given us a DAZN scorecard yet?
Not yet.
Haven't seen one, mate. No. It's Belly's birthday, so they're probably giving him a night off the embarrassment of scoring fights.
Bellew's there. I saw him, so
they're still probably giving him a night off, mate. They don't want him to get any shit on socials, do they?
Bellew's got it 8-0 to Vuong then.
And the rest.
Through 6.
With a knockdown.
Look at him though, like he's just sitting on the ropes all the time, Vuong.
It's like he's trying to play the perfect job of countering punches, but he's taken far too many and being far too ineffective with his own work for it to pay off for him.
As we said at the beginning, boys, he's not good enough to not hit hard enough. He's proving that now. He's not good enough because he can't. He's now not able to get out of the way. Look, he's just sitting on the ropes.
Yeah,
doesn't have
the
my only question at this point, Jay, you brought up earlier that Gwynne isn't putting 100% into all his punches. We're in round number 7, and it's obvious that he's still not doing the same. Is that at what point,
Sure, man.
if you're Gavin
I
Gwynne
thought
now,
he
you're
started sitting down on
ultimately
him now,
leveling a
but
fight. Do you put your foot down now?
It could be, yeah, but he might not have that much left, so he might be having to do this to end. And to be honest, if it continues like this to the end, he wins it by a couple of rounds.
Yeah, good shots by Gwynne. He's all
Gwynne
over
again on the
Vuong
front
here.
foot.
But Vuong doesn't like the pace.
Oh, he wobbled Gwynne then, no.
Yeah, he did.
And again, he's followed out with a nice lead uppercut.
Gwynne looks shot like he's spent. He might lose round 8, take it off.
Is that eye shut now? I think the eye may be closed now for Gwynne as well.
Tell you what, though, he's still winning this round.
Still in his face, still throwing with volume.
Look at that.
He knows no other way. Gavin Gwynne is a come forward fighter. Mark Chamberlain obviously showed something to Team Vuong that just wasn't there. He's still going to be in your face. He's still a front forward fighter. He isn't punch drunk and got no go forward overnight, has he? That was just an off night for him in Saudi.
What, Jordan Flynn would have beat the shit out.
I think Flynn would have been a very, very interesting fight against Cameron Vuong. I definitely agree with that.
If they can make that fight now, that fight looks much more appealing than it did before this.
Flynn, it's a lot harder to win, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Liam Jabbett said the ref said the cut was caused by a punch.
Okay, and more of telling Vuong to nudge Gwynne back on a clip, Matron shared. Okay. So it sounds like Jamie Moore and Nigel are kind of happy with what Gavin Gwynne's doing. They're not really wanting to change.
I've got Gavin Gwynne, 67-66. About you, Liam?
Hold on. Yeah. I got the same, mate. 67-66 to Gwynne. It's kind of the way you'd expect this fight to go, but if you are just a casual that listens to the mouthpiece that is Sam Jones, etc., you think Gavin Gwynne should have won this at Cameron Vuong would win this at a cancer.
Lewis Ritson looks like he sells weed on a mountain bike.
That's why he's on so late, mate. He's had to steal rounds for his box.
He's had to bash at phone at someone else. Bless him. I like Lewis Ritson, man. He's just never been the same since he got stopped, has he?
Since he lost that European title fight in Newcastle, mate, like we said during the week, he's just not bounced back, has he?
No.
Just trying to get a look at some of the scorecards out there just to see.
Gavin Gwynne's come out like a steam train. Vuong's doing exactly the same as what he's always done. He's hoping to catch him with a counter right.
The only other scorecard I can see, mate, is on the Boxing News app from Rob Tebbit, and he's got Gwynne 68-65 up after 7.
Well, there you go. And Rob Tebbit, to be fair, he knows his eggs.
He's giving Gwynne every round since the 3rd. So he gave Vuong the first 2 and then Gwynne everything since.
Same as me.
Yeah, Derek said he's up for sure. So somebody told me. I just seen on X 5 minutes ago, Gwynne was 5-1 to win. So
he was before the fight, mate. He was the lowest.
No, I mean like live. Look how he's all over Vuong here. Vuong's in trouble.
I said Gwynne.
They better not job him on the cards.
At 20-1.
He's fighting a great fight here, Gavin Gwynne.
The draw's 10-1 now. If this fight to be a draw is 10-1 live.
Cameron Vuong's legs look heavy. What?
Yeah. This was a risk, man. It was a risk. And they wanted his scalp because of his age and how he's looked in his last 2 fights. And
he's going to stop him, I'm telling you. Gavin Gwynne is going to stop him at this rate. Vuong.
Vuong's not liking this.
He took a deep breath then.
And the concerning thing, if I'm seeing Cameron Vuong, is it's arm punches from Gavin Gwynne. He's not landing powerful shots.
I love that. See how quick he came back then.
Yeah.
Come on.
Another round for Gavin Gwynne here into the last minute, and Gavin Gwynne's about to win his 5th on the spin for me.
I'm pretty sure you two laughed at me when I picked Gwynne, and I nearly changed my mind.
I laughed at the stoppage part, mate, not him winning.
Yeah, true.
Stoppage.
He could stop him though, man. He honestly could.
he's trying everything. Plus 125.
Well, there you go. That's pretty much nearly even. That's insane that Gwynne's an outsider.
He's teeing off here. He's pinging Vuong around the ring.
What's plus? He's plus 125, like 1.25 to 1.
Yeah. Like he's just outsider. That means plus 100's even money.
Right.
Gwynne's teeing off here. Vuong cannot do anything. Gavin Gwynne is teeing off on Cameron Vuong here in the last 10 seconds of round number 8.
That's for Gavin Gwynne. Just for turning
Good fight, this.
Yeah, that's another round for the Welshman for me.
Yeah, man.
Cameron Vuong needs a stoppage.
He does. You can't not give these rounds to Gwynne.
77-75. Okay, if Vuong wins both of these rounds, it's a draw, but he needs a stoppage to win for me.
Yeah, I've got him. I've got Gwynne 77-75. So Vuong needs his last 2 rounds, man.
Was there two rounds left? Yeah.
Yeah, 9 and 10.
Brilliant. We've got 12 of you with us at the minute, so massively appreciate that. Let us know if any of you are scoring the fight, watching it. How do you have it? We're pretty much in agreement that Gavin Gwynne's winning.
Would you cash out the draw? Would you cash out the draw or what? Just let it run. I might as well let it run.
Yeah, let it run, mate. Let it run. Gamble responsibly, people that are with us.
No, love, I haven't met the mortgage payments on a draw. Absolutely not. You'd never do that.
Of course, anything you do responsibly.
I've bet the life savings on it instead.
He says in jest.
Absolute joke, mate. I bet peanuts.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, Vuong started the 9th round there. They're well, we have a nice 1-2, but
he has to. He has to.
Yeah, looks like he's been given a bee up the bonnet in the corner. Vuong. He's letting his hands go a lot more effectively, isn't he?
Well, he needs to. Like Jamie Moore, Nigel Travis aren't stupid people. They'll know what's going on in this fight.
Yeah, they're not mugs. Like we said all along, he's with a good team. They're not mugs in his corner. They're not going to sort of sell their man short. But if they haven't told him he needs to force the issue here, then they're doing him a disservice.
Backing off. He hasn't got the energy to push forward.
No.
Look, he's got to try keep space and counter. He's no good up close. Look, he needs space, man.
It's almost as if when the fight gets close, Vuong doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to separate himself or let his hands.
Like I said, he's got that uppercut. That is it. That's all he's got when they're up close. I've seen a massive hole in his game tonight, regardless of the decision. Regardless of the decision, he's not what they said he was. Yeah,
he's going to have to pull something out here. And I don't think we've alluded to this in the preview and earlier on.
Good shot, Vuong. Good right hand. And again, he's landed 3 in a row.
I don't think he's got the power
and again. Oh, Gwynne took 5.
Yeah, he did. Just pinging him with right hands. Yeah.
But Gavin,
if he had any power,
is that Gwynne being a madman, or is the power really that minimal from Vuong that you can't stand?
I just don't think he hits hard enough, mate.
Doesn't it hard enough? That's as simple as that. We said it beforehand.
And now Gavin Gwynne's this round, Vuong's got himself backed up against the rope.
To be fair, Vuong's having a decent enough round here. Like he's having a better round, should I say?
Yeah, I think Vuong's winning it as we stand, but it's anyone's to take. Or he's complaining about back ahead.
Gwynne looks like he's cut underneath. Is he cut underneath his other right now? Sorry.
Vuong looks like he's ready to fall over.
He does. Gwynne's just all over him, man. He's not giving him a second to breathe.
Short, Vuong. And again,
Vuong's threw some good shots in this round, to be fair to him.
He's had a rocket pop his arse and he's heated it, so to speak. He's really come out.
He needs to throw now, though. There's only
that's nice work by Gwynne.
He's letting it get taken from him. That's it. Push him back.
Gavin Gwynne coming on strong as we enter the last 15 seconds. He's not taking a backward step.
That was a weird punch. Oh, good shots.
He's exhausted, isn't he, Vuong?
Yeah. Vuong's feeling the pace of this more, but that's his round, so it means it's 86-85.
Vuong won that fight. Derek wants to see more body shots. Come on, Vuong. We've got, all on this last round now. I would say
I've got it 85-86 to Gavin Gwynne. So this last round, we've got a draw, and I'm off to the races.
If Rob Tebbit has it 88-83 to Gwynne.
I think that's a little bit wide. That's wide.
Well, that means that he didn't give him any of the first 3 rounds.
He gave Cameron Vuong 1 and 2, and he's not given him anything since.
I gave him 1, 2, and 3, and then
so did I, mate. I've given the 9th round was the first round I've given Vuong since the 3rd.
Same as me.
So if he wins this, it's a level fight, which was let's see what we got.
Come on, boys! What a scrap!
Yeah, really good fight, man. Really good fight. $18 of you with us for the final round. Massively appreciate that, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.
Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, me too, unknown user. 25 to 1.
Yeah, Jay's Fight Talk will be very happy with the draw.
if it's a draw, it might just be me and you, Sam, for the rest of the night. It might be a 2-person party.
Jay will be in Vegas. Oh, good shot.
I will if my treble comes in. I've got the draw in a treble as well.
Oh, flip. Oh, all right, yeah. We may be a 2-person party.
Yeah, you might not see me ever again if my treble comes off. Ever again. Might see me driving past in a gold Ferrari.
It's been emotional, brother. Gavin Gwynne has started the first minute of round number 10 in better fashion than Vuong. He's letting his hands go again. He's pushing them. He's pushing the young fighter back, isn't he?
Vuong needs to win this round.
Yeah,
just for a draw for me and Jay. How have you got it, Sam? You got it the same as us?
I haven't been religiously scoring it as much as you boys, but I would say Gwynne's slightly ahead if just looking at things.
Yeah, I think the 88-82 card I've seen is probably a bit too wide in Gwynne's favour, but there's no doubt, and he's been the more impressive fighter, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Derek will see you in Vegas, he says, Jay. Love that.
Yes,
Jabbit, how's it looking? Been away from the stream with the kids. Mate, Gwynne is possibly on his way to victory here for the Welsh. Very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Vuong's won 1 round since round 3 for me.
Unofficially, for me as well, he's won 1 round since the 3rd.
Mate, is Leon Edwards in the crowd?
Possibly.
Looking at the ring, mate, where are you seeing him?
Oh, I don't know, though. I saw pictures of him with Izzy at some wedding.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not.
Somewhere like Barlett over there. It might be Fabian, no?
Good shots from Cameron Vuong. He's letting his hands go here. I think the lack of power that exists within Cameron Vuong is being exposed tonight, if that makes sense, because Gavin Gwynne's got enough to keep coming forward. He's not going to wilt like the opponent we saw in September on the Wembley midweek card, is he?
No. Come on now.
Right, last 30 seconds-ish. Let's have it, boys.
Draw for me.
In his unbiased, nothing holds in
Gavin Gwynne.
Jay's fight, so he's going to Raw.
Gavin Gwynne's won this fight.
Yeah, I think Gwynne's winning this 10th round for me.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Oh, good shots. Cameron Vuong. And again.
That's just got in the draw, lads.
Yeah, good fight, that, man.
That's a draw for me. I think Vuong deserves to lose that fight, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Jabbit said Leon is there. It must have been Leon. Good man.
I'm gonna go the other way. I've given Gwynne the 10th. I got it in 96-94, Gavin Gwynne. Are you going 95 or
Gavin Gwynne? Same.
As we're on the same app as well. Look at us.
Yeah, man. You know that.
There you go. Well, Gwynne could get a decision here, so your 4-1 could be looking nice.
Yeah, well,
wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw. Yeah, draw or Gwynne would be fair for me.
A majority draw or something like that. Wouldn't be
something like that. One each, and then one for one. 96, 95, 95 or something like that.
Rob Tebbett's scorecard was 80. 88-83, so he gave Gwynne everything from the 3rd round onwards.
Yeah,
he didn't win.
I mean, round 9,
the 9th round.
definitely won 9.
Yeah, he didn't win.
That's a bit too wide for me.
I wouldn't be. I'd like him to draw to do it again, because Vuong will have an excuse, will he not?
Well, to be honest with you, you take a risk, don't you? They took the gamble on Gwynne being finished, didn't they? And it didn't really pay off because, you know,
it's obviously not.
If it paid off, it was absolutely fantastic. The position it would have catapulted him into. So it was high risk. It was high risk, definitely.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for Vuong, for unknown user. But
Sam Jones is quiet, is he not?
Yeah.
It's not all quiet.
Sam looks a little bit. He looks like he's struggling a bit, doesn't he? Down there.
Yeah, it looks a bit sheepish, didn't he? But you know, what a fight, boys! What a fight!
Julie's joined us. Thanks for joining us, Julie. We're just waiting for the cards now, but Gavin Gwynne's got every chance of getting this decision.
Boys, I'll mute my sound here and give us the scorecard so we get them.
Yeah, man.
Here we go. David Diamante's ready, so I'll go now.
What do you reckon? I think
not a problem, my friend. Thanks for tuning in.
Gwynne, I think.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Great name.
I think Gwynne's won it, to be honest with you, but the right decision for me would be Gwynne, but
yes. Vuong can't win this. No way. It's either Gwynne or a draw. Worst case, I think, for me. Yeah, Gwynne. Gwynne's got it, has he? No way.
Oh, they haven't. They haven't, have they?
Victor Lachlan, 97-93. Lee Every, and I can't remember the third judge, 96-94. Unanimous for Cameron Vuong.
That is ridiculous. Wow. I'm sorry, he didn't win that fight. Like it wasn't blatant. Like,
look at Jack Cattrall's face.
Yeah,
you know what's really bad.
Taylor Jack Cattrall, but like
but even still, Cameron Vuong did not win that fight.
Lads, you know what's really bad? When they said 97-93 first, I automatically went to Vuong, not based off of the fight I saw, but just off of judging and thinking how it was going to go. I automatically thought it was going to go to Vuong.
Oh man, that's
scandalous. That
97, that's.
Luke has got the cards. Liam, you just said 97, 94, 96, 95, 96, 94. So the middle judge has scored a 10-10, which I can't stand. Julie says, Gavin lives by me, awesome fighter. Can you show the fight? Unfortunately, it's just finished, Julie, but we're not allowed to show the fight because
get the zone, Julie. Down, your local boy. Spend 25 quid. That's one of your boys. Get 25 quid down.
Lucas, so it's 97-93 from Victor Lachlan. It was Lee Every, and who was the other judge?
I have no idea.
That's what I can't remember. I just want to know because I know Victor was the one that had it 97-93, but who would have two that had it close? Yeah, that was.
Oh man, yeah, I feel for you there, Derek. Man, that was a bad decision. Jabs, yeah, watch your back, man. Your man deserved that for me. He really did.
I just blasted a load of money on draw, man. What? No, I'm joking. I can afford to lose what I lost there. Please believe me, but I'm gutted for Gavin Gwynne. I'm gutted for Gavin Gwynne. He did not deserve to lose that fight. As I had it, draw, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario for him.
I had it 96-94 to Gwynne, and that was it's difficult because again, I just don't know because you can't even say that's a case of a what you like fight. On the eye test, Gavin Gwynne was doing the more effective, more efficient work. And
I don't get what were they scoring, Vuong? The odd uppercut from the inside. There were parts in that fight where Gavin Gwynne just was out punching him 4 or 5 punches to 1.
Yeah, that was a
good old British judges for you. Good old
Cameron Vuong won the fight. Unanimous decision in the end, but that didn't. I agree, Ryan. Like it wasn't a terrible robbery, but he won the fight, man. Yeah, sorry, mate. He got done on the cards. Robbery's a bit strong, maybe. I'll take that back, but
it's not a robbery, but it's flipping. It leaves a sour taste.
Yeah, it leaves a sour taste for me.
I'm looking at everyone's cards online here, and everyone had Gwynne winning the fight.
Victor Lachlan, man, he needs checking.
Dave Caldwell just put
checking.
out, my eyes aren't great at the moment, but I'm pretty sure Gwynne won that fight. You know, Dave Caldwell's a proper boxing man who knows what he's watching.
I'm gutted for Gavin Gwynne.
I mean, it's just a shame because
Vuong's
Vong's
not
now
going to
going
get
to
any
go
opportunities again.
They're not going to give Gwynne a rematch. They're not going to, you know, Gavin Gwynne isn't going to get looked after this fight, but he deserves to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's not going to get the opportunities now. So, like, he's losing out on future paydays.
Eddie Earn's not stupid. Eddie Earns will give him something off the back of that. He'll make him an offer to fight again. They should rematch that fight, really.
Yeah, man. It should be a rematch. 100%. Yeah, I'm with you. Crenshaw Family Kennels, man. Like he won that fight. He won that fight.
Family Kennels, does that say?
Yeah, subscriber as well. Big up Crenshaw Family Kennels. Thanks for tuning in. Was not a good decision whatsoever.
Ironically, man. Josh Taylor had him.
Josh Taylor had him winning.
Sure, Josh.
Oh, mate, the irony of that is not lost, is it?
Josh Taylor had Quinn winning by 13 rounds.
But this is the thing. We've reached the end of that fight. We've reached the end of that fight, and we're now talking about Gwynne being robbed. But Cameron Vuong is going to get a British title for his first fight next year, and
he'll get his ass handed to him.
Yeah, he's not the guy he's being talked out to be for me, Cameron Vuong.
No,
I thought that before tonight, and I think even more now after tonight.
Yeah, he's not done himself any favours with how he's dealt with Gavin Gwynne.
Put it this way, the math doesn't always play out, but Mark Chamberlain wiped out Gavin Gwynne, and Josh Padley beat Mark Chamberlain fairly comfortably. You know. I'm
gutted. Do you know what? Every time I get ready for a good night of fights, it's all going well.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Good old judging pisses it up the wall like that and sets me mood up. I'm fuming over that. It's not a robbery as such, but Gavin Gwynne, his work just was not appreciated then. Us three sat and watched that. Me and you had identical scorecards, Liam. Identical scorecards. Do you know what I mean? At worst, if I had to give Cameron Vuong the last round, it'd have been a draw. At worst. For me, that was, at worst, a draw. And that's not because I backed it. But I picked, I said Gavin Gwynne would stop him and back the draw. And I'm just gutted for Gwynne, because that's the kind of thing that could make a man quit. Just thinking. Yeah, I thought he might retire tonight because Vuong might just, beat him up a little bit, but nah. Yeah, if you're not getting decisions like that, what's the bloody point? Yeah. What's the point? Yeah. William Hill, I think you should reimburse us all for that. Yeah, look, it was a good fight. I don't want to lose traction of that. It was a good, solid fight. To open up our streams. We'll just wait for David Diamante to get his thing on, and we're going to switch over for who's up next?
He's getting on it now, mate, so we're good to go.
Is it Kieran Conway and Ryan Kelly now, is it?
Yeah. Walker and Ritson's the co-main.
Yes, okay, cool. Right, guys, thanks everyone who joined us on that stream. There's too many of you to name, but we're going to switch over now for a new stream for Kieran Conway and Ryan Kelly. We'll be live again.